wait, I'm supposed to start or what?
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't know if I had to.
Okay. Welcome, everyone.
Okay, well, no, I can try it. I can try it. Sorry, I
No,
wasn't
this is
paying
good.
attention, and then was like, why is
This is
everyone so?
good. This is great. Keep it.
Let's start with this, yeah.
Yeah.
So, welcome everyone to episode 7 of the Redstone Quarry podcast. Today, as a main topic, we're going to discuss evolution of farms, broadly put, I guess. Of course, also, there's not really a follow-up this week because there were no comments, and I don't think there's anything specific which has happened to the topics we discussed last week concerning bugs. Although we have been getting some news from Mojang, so I guess we will move right to the news. Who wants to go first?
Cool news. Before we get like all the 1.9 in news before we start with that. The village marker mod was updated for 1.8. Not by Cow himself, but from another coder. Name I don't remember at the moment. But we will find out soon enough. We'll have it in the description anyway. Sorry for forgetting the name. But yeah, that's updated. Haven't tested it yet, but it should work from what I've seen or heard so far. So if you wanted to wait for that to make your iron farm, you don't have to wait any longer.
Wasn't that the dead bug also from this week?
That was last week, right?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Enemy! You're going up to enemy spam. Yeah. So, I guess the main news from this week, well, I guess we can talk a bit about, press releases, you could say, from Mojang. 1.9 subtitles have been not certainly, but quite certainly postponed to February. However, there has been some news after all on changes and updates which are coming in 1.9. Mostly changes so far. And I guess most notably, everyone has heard about the Ender Dragon, which apparently is getting some overhaul, but we don't know anything about the details as far as I know at this point.
And according to Dinnerbone, something involving the letter C.
Yeah, so we have a lot of details, as you can tell.
Oh, and they're also adding a new block type, too.
Let us see. What could it be?
Well, I mean, if they add something with circles, everyone's gonna be so angry.
Yeah.
Because you remember the controversy when they added the circle sun? Like half the people thought it was awesome, and then everyone else was like, "No, this is Minecraft."
Wait, when did it happen? What?
Wasn't there a time when there was a circle sun?
Maybe in texture packs.
Or... Yeah, texture packs.
Oh yeah. It was a big blow up, like how it should be in texture packs, and yeah.
Well, a lot of texture packs have it. Yeah, it's a bit often. Yeah, if
texture pack I use not.
Well, yeah, but a lot of them. I mean, Mythpack, for example, has it from Midtrend. Yeah, in case you know them. And it's just there's something special about it. You just can alter the sun, I guess. Yeah. So, anything else to note about 1.9?
For the dragon, the dragon fight will be overhauled. Dinnerborn tweeted that he will make the dragon fight better, and that people that already killed the dragon will be able to kill it again. So we might, it might break the dragon farm, or you might be able to do one in 1.9.
Yeah,
which
it
would
might
be cool.
make it easier because the chances of him just spawning a new one right in as you join the world are quite slim. That would be.
Yeah, I don't
Although
think
most people
like
don't
that
use
anymore.
them to build, that would be. I think he definitely takes those into account to do. Well, it would be a great way again to mess with people who build Enderman farms if they hate those as well. But I don't think they're gonna do that. So it has been a rumor in previous updates as well. So I guess the rumor rises again that the Dragon Egg is going to be involved with it.
Oh, that you can get red dragons.
Well, that's
Or
still
that you
different,
just
but
use it to spawn a new dragon, maybe.
yes, that would make it would make sense to spawn a new dragon with your with the dragon egg as well. That way you
But
only have one at a time.
yeah, if you
Normally,
duplicate it,
yeah.
then
So that's the time where the nice
I have
duplication
20
rate.
eggs,
Yeah,
20 dragons. Good
yeah.
luck.
So just 10 dragons, you can line them up parallel, I guess. Load them at the same time, unload them at the same time, use them all in the one central dragon XP farm, and get even more massive amounts of XP. So it wouldn't help
Yeah.
much, I guess, because you already filled up on the cap. So it would be for like if you want more than one person farming.
20 people at the same time.
And another thing that I heard about the dragon fight is that they wanted to make more like in consoles. And as far as I know, in consoles, the the ender crystals have cages around them out of iron bars. And from one screenshot I saw, there was like some kind of cage around the dragon, around the ender crystals. So I guess there will be some cages around it. Maybe iron bars, maybe not. Maybe some
Actually,
new
like
block.
that because I
Yeah,
remember
it's
hearing there was a chip pocket edition that they were modeling it after, so I'll quickly look that up.
If they would have cages
Do they
around
have the
it, then
dragon in a pocket edition?
I think that would be good because it's harder to hit them, and if you want to keep the crystals, then it's harder to accidentally kill the crystal.
I see that causing a drama with a bunch of the non-technical players that go in there to
Yeah.
kill the dragon
Oh,
just so
you
they could
have-
use the end to build like make it pretty and all that stuff. So when they're fighting the dragon, they'll be like, "Oh, but it's so much harder now. We have to actually go up there and break the cage first, or something like that."
Oh no.
But what I'm really hoping for is that they redo the dragon in a way where it doesn't fly through the island anymore. Because like the flying through the island and breaking everything else other than endstone is based on Notch being able to code it in a way that it doesn't collide with anything. And like it's not smart enough to fly and away from the island and not fly into it all the time. So that's why it can pass through everything. So maybe if Dinnerbone figures out like how to make it without it flying everywhere against and into stuff, maybe then it doesn't pass through anymore, and then it doesn't have to break everything anymore, and then we wouldn't have that problem. That would be cool.
It's just added because they it's too much work. Make it that
I think
it
you guys should
avoids
start
it.
making your own game at some point because you guys hate way too much on more Chang'e mapping.
No.
Like, oh
No,
my
no,
god, they come to proper raycasting. Like, it's. I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world, but it does. It definitely. I wouldn't like it at least.
No,
You have
no,
to-
like the thing is, it's actually like the reason the dragon flies through is because he didn't figure out to do it, like I guess in time for the
Yeah, okay,
release of
but
1.0.
I mean that doesn't mean he's a complete idiot or something.
Yeah, I'm
so-
not saying he's a complete idiot or cannot code at all. Like he made the game at all. So he can code for sure, but like probably it was the time thing or whatever. I don't know. Personally, I really look forward to a better fight because how it is at the moment, like the dragon flies away and it's like flies out of render distance and you have to wait forever for it to come back. And especially if you don't destroy all the crystals, it's super boring. Or if you
it
want to
flies
kill
away
it,
out of render distance, it actually just unloads and you can just
yeah,
build
or
stuff. That's the best part.
And it-
like for us, our fight took like almost 2 hours because we wanted to kill it away from the island. So we have the exit portal near to our animate farm. And it just took forever because it keeps flying back and not coming at us. Like even though all of the people were away from the island and so on, it was like super boring. And yeah,
I wasn't here.
I think someone recorded the whole thing and uploaded it.
I think it was Bob.
I think
Oh.
it was. I think Leon has it as well, but that's not the point. Yeah, better dragon. Hopefully, better fight.
Yeah. With that out of the way, I think we should move on from 1.9 because I haven't been that much other news really.
I have like a list of stuff that they want to add.
I did see the list, but to me, well, if you want to talk about singing there specifically, sure, but generally looking at it, it was quite trivial to my opinion, of course.
There was talks about maybe adding corn. I'm not sure. Like, it's another food source. Maybe popcorn could be interesting.
Yeah.
But popcorn would be probably something along the lines of cookies or something where it doesn't have a lot of not a good 3D food source. Then maybe better boats. That would be something that's interesting. But yeah. Then Dinnerboard said something about the withers, that he wants to use withers for something in 1.9. I'm not sure about that. What exactly? He didn't really say what exactly he wants to do, but something involving the wither and maybe making the game more hard, which would be cool.
Because it's the only easy mode now.
Actually, we have something, and maybe just a quick thing we should do right now. We have to introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Like-
basically no one knows who's talking and who's there and not here.
I
So.
thought we had planned everything this week. Damn it.
Should
We've
we
planned
just
some
cut it
things.
here and then insert it earlier on so it doesn't
Nah.
Yes.
so
Maybe.
it just looks like very good at what we're doing.
Introduction.
We're just gonna do it, and Niels, you can use your pro editing skills and.
Okay.
And get it
Or we
all
could do it
sorted
like
out.
the intro at the end.
Right. So
No,
yeah, just go in order, Dark.
Hello everyone, my name is Darksax as usual.
I'm Slenemy.
I'm Niels.
And I am your host, Wout245.
We're kind of missing a few people this week. So, again.
Again, what?
I said we're missing some people again.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, people busy.
I don't think
of
we
course.
were at once
Well, we're
that
quite
we
late,
recorded
so-
with everyone. It's always one person who is not able to make it. But
Yes, but
That's
that's part of the
advantage
reason
of
why we have that
having-
many people.
yeah, it's the advantage of having a larger group. There are always these four. Or
Well,
something
not at
like
least.
that.
I guess at least three. I think. Well, actually, yeah. I don't think we've ever gone below 4 in any podcast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Usually
so,
it's about 6 or so.
get us the intro out of the way. Now with the other news. Let me get. Oh, Skype. Okay.
Yeah, Sarge said that he will fix arrows, so
Oh
arrow
no.
chunk loading will probably break.
No. Damn it.
But I don't
Sarge,
see,
let's-
I
let's
don't
mess
know
me up
anyone who
again.
used that like in a big way. Yeah. So
Oh well.
Talking
yeah,
about
hopefully better PvP then as well.
Well.
talking about Dinnerbo too. He said that the thing that he was going to be adding, he's wanted to add for quite a long time now. He said, and he said he'd be very
And they
happy if he pulls it off.
They didn't make snapshot for quite a long time. So of
Maybe
course
some
it-
Snapshot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, Micro, yeah, he's not here, but he said one thing that he wanted to mention on the news. The crucible has been fixed. Explanation mark.
And he said that he'll be. I think. Don't quote me. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. There will be an video soon.
An explanation video.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm failing.
Okay, and of course the Crucible is an iron farm, and it is a totally
Designed by
independent iron
Micro.
farm. We're just talking about it because it's a truly interesting topic, and it has nothing to do with any of us. So yeah. Moving
Yeah.
on though, because we already discussed that. I
Another
have
thing for
Ah,
1.9 is command
Good.
auto completion in command blocks. Like
oh yes,
Boy,
I
that's
heard
gonna
about
be
it.
cool.
I'm still waiting. I want to see what it's gonna be.
Then of course there will be some new blocks, but I heard
Yeah,
rumors
new
about
blocks.
pathway blocks in villages or
Yeah.
something like that. I guess it's a cool thing to add because like when people do paths, it's often just like dirt or gravel or like this combination of dirt, gravel, and
Or
stairs or
cobbles-
something.
Well,
A
here's,
cobblestone.
here's my
Cobblestone, yeah,
theory.
like-
Cobblestone, yeah.
like you could see the path. Like it's not as tall as the other blocks, so you could possibly use it like soul sand over hoppers too. Possibly. I'm not. Be a cool thing if we could.
Yeah, maybe.
I have not seen it.
Especially if it make stuff go faster on it too. Because like I know most games, if you're walking on a path, you go faster.
Hmm.
So
So,
it's so
So
you
something
just
like
Something
ice?
goes
suggested
slower. What?
it will be speed blocks. Just
no,
have
I mean yeah,
higher
not
speeds
so.
when you're walking.
Yeah. Like
And the
Uh,
opposite of soul sand that makes you slower, and this makes you
So,
faster.
so basically a different ice block.
basically, not ice. Like you don't slide on it, but you walk faster.
Alright. I think maybe we should move on from one night because we already have been talking for 15 minutes now.
I think we mentioned that there are probably no snapshots in January anymore.
Yes,
that was
Yeah.
mentioned.
indeed.
Okay, good.
Snapshots have most likely been postponed to February.
Yeah.
Alright. Apart from that, I have a short list of things I thought were notable this week. GL did not upload showcase. Oh my god, he made another video. But more specifically, who watched it?
I saw
I
it.
watched it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well, I personally, because it would take a long time to talk about everything on there, of course, and
Yeah,
we, with everything we select. But personally, I really was, I really like the sugarcane farm design. I'm not sure if you all still remember, but basically there's just one layer of wall between the two lanes of sugarcane. And the way, I think, yeah, it was made by Melody. She doesn't have a channel, but that's her internet. So
Mm.
yeah, we'll link to the video in the description. That's kind of the
it
only
looks really cool when it's activated.
yeah, that as well. But basically it uses slime blocks, so you just have a part in the center where you have all the pistons, and then from there on you have slime blocks which extend, and next to them you have sugarcane, and whenever you trigger it, it pushes the slime block one way, then retracts again, then pushes it the other way, retracts again. And the way it can simply do that is because, of course, the pistons also get attached to the slime block, well, pole basically. And that way you can just push a piston along, and once it's back in normal state, that piston will push the other one, and it makes it really compact. And I think it's quite interesting. So anything you guys thought was it's worth talking about in that video?
Towards the end, there's a concept for Wither Skeleton Farm with a slime block pushing mechanism instead of ghasts.
Yeah, I also saw that. But the problem with slime block flying machines is they're awfully slow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even
Like,
the lightning with like outer, I don't know, not outer being like hyper updating or whatever they call it, pistons still
And
only reach about 3.3 blocks a second.
you can't really name those slime blocks flying machines, and you can name the ghasts, so ghasts are cooler.
Yeah, of course. Well, you can technically.
sure.
Well, okay, I guess yeah.
Yeah, you could use withers to push them. Why not?
The advantage of that with
You
the
can name
flying
those
machine
too.
is it's easier to set it up, because for ghast, we made a wither wiper. It needs 20 ghasts, and in total I think we got something like 60. But half of them died again, and then
Yeah, people complain that catching gas is so hard. Like, it's not actually hard to catch the gas. It's hard to keep them alive.
yeah.
Potions.
at least fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Another thing. Let me look. Oh yeah, Path of Shadows by Squirtooth. So, normally I don't mention like any minigame on here, but I thought this one was particularly interesting because it's completely doable in survival, and the theory behind it is. Oh yeah, maybe I should first. Did any of you see that?
What?
It's Path of Shadows by Squirtooth. Yeah, I should have probably pronounced that better. Oh yeah,
No, I've not seen that.
okay. Yeah, I'll do the other links in a second. Yeah, just a puzzle. Basically, you have to cross a gap by, well, you got a bunch of blocks you have to bridge over, but the door on the other side only opens if you bridge over in a specific path. And the way it detects that is using daylight sensors. And I think the daylight sensors.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not just digital. It's not like they're not digital anyway, but it's not like they give a zero signal if you cover them. They give a zero signal as far as it depends. They only give a zero signal if there's like zero sky above them. They really use the sky level, so you can actually place a block above them, then we'll go to 14. If you do all blocks around there, you have 13 and so on and so forth.
You can just shape it in such a way that
So,
that you have to place blocks in that shape, and only then it works.
yeah, and by covering up some other blocks and also using blocks which pass light through but don't allow you to see through themselves, you can basically force the player to create like lines and not just diamond shapes and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Then I'm just going over this and I guess then I'll be done and other people can also get the news. Weather forecast by Redstone Jazz.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
That was pretty. I guess the concept is pretty simple, but I already talked too much. So, does someone want to explain it?
Yeah, it's basically just a dropper, and it gets items in it every second or something like that, and it's just digging up. And the way how Minecraft weather work, there's somewhere value, and it's just a countdown, and within so many ticks it will start raining. And he made a machine to calculate the probability that it will rain within the next 20 minutes, it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's useful to predict weather if you want to do that when it's raining.
Well, it doesn't really predict the weather as much as it says the probability of it raining within next
Yeah, it
amount of time.
predicts if it's going to rain.
Well, yeah, that's weather prediction for that.
Yeah, you can make
I mean,
massive.
no, not joke. I mean, that's how life works. We don't know, and I mean, especially
Yeah, but like
meteorology is a very vague science as far as I know.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the
It's never.
climate in reality is a very complex physical system. So, weather forecast isn't just
yeah,
guessing
but
for
in
a large
Minecraft
part.
it's not based off
Someone's there.
anything. Like it's just
Yeah,
like
in Minecraft it's just one random factor. Of course, we can't.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, maybe that would be very interesting research. There are some ways to read the random seed of, well, not seed, but random. I guess the seed the world is using for some random calculations, but actually they're probably not seeded. Like when it creates a rain thing, probably this would be like high level research where you have to look at how Java generates random numbers and see if you can in any way if they are affected by other calls. So that way you could possibly read other calls out, and that would be really complex and it's probably bullshit I'm talking here.
What
so
do you get from
let's
it?
move on. What?
And what do you get from it after all of that research?
You can predict
You
rain
probably
better.
get a higher probability because in the end, just by checking the results of a random call, unless you go through the entire period of the mechanism, which would be probably like an insane amount, like 2 to the 60s or something. Yeah, so unless you go to all those and get to a full cycle of outputs, I guess you never say with full certainty. I think you can predict the next one. At least that's how a good random algorithm works, I think.
Yeah, that's maybe why it's called random.
Well, it's always, I mean,
It's not
according
easy to predict.
according to the like general understanding of the concept of randomness, it's always pseudo-random when you were talking about computers.
Yeah.
I personally have philosophical objections to that term, but yeah, whatever. I guess they're straying off.
Yeah, the most important part for me from that video was how rain actually works, because I never thought about it before. I never really cared. But rain mechanic actually works in a way where after it rains, there's at least 10 minutes of it not raining, and up to 150 minutes of it not raining. And chance of it raining is like after 20 minutes, like 10%, and after it's like 20 for the percent for the most time, and then towards the end it goes up drastically.
Well, it's not the chance of that it's then raining. It's like just because gambler's fallacy is often it's a mistake often people make often, but this is actually real. The chance doesn't increase of it being like rather late. It's just a linear distribution. It picks a random number between something and something, and it adds another number to that. So you have a guaranteed period in the beginning where it's not gonna rain, and then after that, at some point, it has picked a predetermined variable, which will say which ticks down every tick, and as a result, the longer it's not raining, the higher the variable is. So this continuously a higher basically density of that variable being in the current day. So yeah, that's
but at least 10 minutes of not rain between rain.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, you can always skip the rain, so I don't really care.
well, I just thought it was an interesting concept personally, but probably like this is something you can build on SMP, but I can't really think of any use for it. But I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's not really that useful.
Other than you have cool lights.
Yeah, like oh my god, it's gonna rain today. No.
You could just do random lights and tell people it's predicting the weather.
Well, it's not that hard to look at it, and
yeah, no, definitely interesting to know how rain works. If apart from that, not that interesting for survival.
Okay. There's also the August fish cannon. I'm not sure if you guys have much to say about this. I personally don't, but I just thought it was worth to mention.
What cannon?
August fish cannon.
It's a slime block cannon.
Yeah, it's basically a mobile slime block cannon. So mobile slime block cannons have of course already been made. Or specifically, Mega Gargantua had, I think, one of them on the side.
I think there was. Yeah, it was like different ranges even.
Oh,
yeah.
do you mean
no,
that
wait,
new
I think
cannon
one
from
inside,
Cube?
one on front actually.
Yeah, it's from Cube.
Oh
video
yeah,
this week.
I saw that.
Yeah, August fish cannon is by Cube Hamster. Just.
I didn't know all of those fancy names for all those machines.
You should play Missile Wars more. Well, so yeah, that's the link, and yeah, it's basically a mobile cannon, and I listened to it once, so I don't remember it that fondly anymore. But the general thing I remember from it is that basically, yes, they were highly possible, but this is way smaller than the entire thing in Mega Gargantua, which had to do a mobile cannon.
Yeah.
So yeah, also it's pretty quick as far as I know.
Yes.
Right. Well, that's it for my news. Do you guys still have anything?
I think one last news topic would be a reminder for name changing. That is still, as far as I know, is on schedule for February 4th. Remember, you have to have your account migrated over to Mojang. So that means if you're logging in with your email, you're fine. So, do you guys think it'll be on that date still, or do you think it'll be pushed back? Heard a few people on Reddit saying that they're thinking it's going to be pushed back.
I think it's gonna stay.
I don't really care anymore. Like, I'm happy with my name so far. So
yeah, I'm probably not going to change my name because what should I change it to?
The Niels, 18.
So, moving on to Minecon. There has been a tweet, I think yesterday, by Vu Bui, or I don't know how to pronounce it. But he's like the main Minecon guy, and well, he said Minecon news coming soon. Bring the topic to the table again, kind of. Because, well, I guess you know, normally Minecon is organized in November, but there have been problems this year, or rather last year, and Now it's this year in the spring in London normally.
Mhm.
Yeah, so basically we really hope we can get some news this week or something, because again, it's soon, no date. An announcement of an announcement, so maybe we shouldn't talk about
Yeah.
it too long, but
Why
what you
why
guys
don't
think?
you just do the announcement itself?
Yeah,
I
right.
personally also think, I thought he said that, and then like it was gonna be within an hour or something. Like, ooh, I'm tweeting something which is happening right now, but I mean that's what I do, but tweeting about an announcement like in a week or something is just getting people's anticipation going.
And then
Actually a bit cruel in my opinion.
yeah, it's only
Yeah,
this.
this is not a good move in my opinion. I think if they do it tonight, I'll give them a pass, but I doubt it. And probably if it's like over 2 days, which isn't the case, I guess, in 10 hours or something,
Over 2 days. Yeah, then
I think
when
they
the
shouldn't have
podcast
said
is
soon.
online.
They should just have left it. If you say soon, it has to be soon, and else just don't say it, because now you're just, yeah, making it even bring attention to the controversy. Let's put it this way.
Mod API soon.
Mod API soon. Yes, soon.
One thing I want to mention, yeah, it's not about Minecon, but we have a subreddit. Yeah, currently it's not really active, but if anyone is interested in having, yeah, watching it, or I don't know what you do on the Reddit otherwise, and you read stuff and you comment.
If you like want to talk to us
Yeah,
and don't know
it's
how to get a hold of us,
Oh my god,
TRQ.
it's
there.
enemy spread 22. Can I get you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like
it's-
if you
There's
have
also
a strong opinion about something I said, you can
Too
let me
strong
know
for the
there.
YouTube comments.
Or
Yes.
YouTube comments, sure.
Or if you just want to discuss something in general about the podcast, because, well, YouTube comments work fine in my opinion, although some people disagree. Okay.
I mean, if there's something
okay.
you feel that you should tell us in the comments, write it. We're always open for
Yeah,
the word.
I guess none of us really care that much where you put it, but I
Yeah.
personally will definitely read YouTube comments more than Reddit.
yeah.
But it does help to have a central location, definitely.
We don't care where you put it as long as you don't put it in our mailbox. Because if you know where you live, if you know where we live, that's kind of creepy. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to this other podcast, and this person, he get tons of mail, and what he does to his mail, it's just delete, 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 delete.
Oh my god, who may this person be?
If anyone knows, tell
Yeah,
me.
no way
It's
I
like
would know.
you hear knock at your door. Oh, yeah, I watched your podcast, and I just want to make a comment on it.
That would be
It
really
is-
weird, because I never had someone at the door speaking English. Oh, well, no, wait, I have, but I typically don't. Niels?
Hmm?
That would be weird, because we don't live in English-speaking countries. It's a stupid joke
Yeah,
to
like-
laugh at.
I should totally go visit Niels unannounced sometime.
Totally.
Just, hey, Niels. And he's like, who are you?
And then he picks
And
his
closes the
microphone.
door and-
Hi.
And then you-
Oh!
And then that's when you do your signature line enemy.
I'm
And that
enemies,
is-
friends.
God
And then-
damn it, Niels.
And then his
Come
face
with
will
me
light
if
up
you
and
want
like,
to live.
enemy, and like give you a hug and like, yeah. It'll be like a heartfelt reunion.
Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah, I know your voices. And
And
then
in real life
the
they're so
face,
different.
oh.
Yeah. If
I
you meet us,
know.
it's like if you meet me in
How-
real life, it's completely different.
If you only hear a voice, yeah, it's hard to imagine a face on with that. And so,
Yeah.
meeting people in real life is just
Who
I
are
had not
you?
expected
And
that.
what did you do?
Back on topic, I guess.
What topic?
Everything is a topic.
I think we're ready for the main topic, actually.
Main topic time, Mary.
Yeah, today's main
Yeah,
topic
Dark can explain it.
was suggested by Dark, so
Okay.
Dark, go ahead.
So today's main topic will be the evolution of farms. What kind of farms, you ask? Well, the farms in general, because think about it. Okay, back in the day, when I was a boy.
Come on.
Okay, but it was before, like, this was back in like 1.2.5. That's when I bought Minecraft myself. It was like weird, like there was people building farms and stuff, but it was impossible to, like, you had to pick up the items and then have to put them in chests or had the water take it somewhere, but you couldn't put the items you couldn't put the items in chests automatically. Then when 1. Oh my god, my mind just went blank. Redstone update 1.5, yeah. Everyone on the Redstone community, that's when the world changed, I feel. Like,
no, the update that changed the world was 1.6 or 1.7 or
no,
something, right?
it was 7. I don't even care about the new biomes, really. I just like the Redstone updates. Like, if every update had a little bit of Redstone features in it, I would love it. I mean, just saying. I mean, how do you feel Minecraft has changed over time? Enemy, we guess we go down the list for this.
Well, farming definitely changed like a lot. Like back in the day when like I started, like your basic mob farm was like a single spawner, and then like you would drown them or have them like fall damage and kill them by hand or something.
They spawn in a 6v6 small space.
Yeah, 9x9 spawner room or something, or like you had a sky trap
Even
or
smaller.
something. A sky trap where you just walk off into a water channel and fall to the death, or for you to hit them. And yeah, back in the day, of course, with all hoppers, you had like AFK streams and all those fun things.
Yeah.
And like you didn't have like all the automated wheat farms for like nano farms or something. Yeah, you didn't have that because you didn't have bone meal or didn't have dispensers that could use bone meal and all those things.
No
Or
matter
didn't
how,
have,
yeah.
didn't have dispensers way back in the day. Or like zombies that dropped feathers. Like back then there was, yeah, like farming wasn't as big, and yeah, of course it changed a lot. And where am I going with this?
Only you know.
Yeah, like of course, like I'm all for automation and everything. So I'm of course happy to play in the game in a state where it is now, where I can like automatically pick up stuff and automatically farm stuff and so on. So yeah, I think I would miss it a lot.
All of those automated farms, yeah, it makes it easier to get the blocks, and that makes it easier to make even more things. And
yeah, like building big is way easier than back then. Like back then, you getting all the blocks and so on. There weren't that much possibilities. In general.
Yep.
And the world was smaller in the beginning.
Moving on to Nils,
Oh, yeah,
Nils, you could talk more in depth of how you feel Minecraft changed over the years.
Yeah. In the beginning, my very first automated farm, I know, was a sugarcane farm. Had 4 cells with on each cell 2 rows with 10 sugarcane plants. And if I press one button, my computer would lag because I had a not that good PC, and I would get 60 sugarcane at max.
60 sugarcane?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Okay. Is that all for you?
I was proud of it. It was a good thing.
I remember when I played with one of my real life friends for the first time. We rented a server and played a bit, and I made like, I don't know, a skeleton spawner on a farm, like where you punch him and so on. And I put like, I don't know, like 3 double chests to collect stuff, like 3 double chests for bones, 3 for arrows. And he was like, "Why would you ever need so many chests?" I was like, "This is gonna fill up rather quick." And he was like totally like confused by the amount of chests I crafted, because why would you ever need that much? Like we had a small house, and we had like this one room where all our beds were in. And he at the foot end of every bed, he put like personal chest, like a single chest. And I was like, "Yeah, it's not gonna be enough." And he was like, why would you ever need more than one chest?
Yeah, if you look at the enemy farm, enemy has 3 columns with 8 double chests. Yeah, it's all
and they're all
full.
full. Yeah.
It's double chest full with enchanted pants, double chest full with enchanted chest plates and everything. It's way
Yeah,
more
like,
than only one chest.
yeah. Back in the day, with like, you couldn't even imagine having like all that stuff, like double chests full of armor or something.
Yep.
All
But back in
changed.
that time, yeah, it was. Yeah, you had need to get 50 levels to enchant
yeah.
something, and
God.
the farms were not as efficient. And yeah, XP was way more valuable back then. And someone else, you got, yeah, I'm going to enchant everything on level 50, and that took long. I didn't do that. No, that takes way too long. And yeah, it was way more value, and now it's level 30 or nothing.
And the
Get
farms are
level
also
9.
really fast.
Hmm?
Farms are way faster than back then.
Yeah, and you get higher you get the levels easier, and the enchantment maximum is at 30 instead of 50. So
Yeah, and there's also way more ways to get XP now. Like back then, you didn't get XP from smelting or villagers.
this was just mobs.
Yeah, it was only mobs, and
Now
yeah,
you
it
can
took a long time back then.
now you can get it from everything.
So yeah,
And so, Wout,
Yes.
can you tell about how you feel like farms have advanced over the years?
I need to tell about how farms have gone over the years. Well, I guess 1.5 was a pretty big change. Really more about item management, really. Well, because when you're talking about farms in general, it's totally different techniques. I mean, iron farming started in 1.2. Got seriously started around 1.5 time, but that was because of other reasons, because they were starting to figure out stacked villages around that time. Enderman farms also got started maybe 1.3-ish. So I would say the only real like main principle mechanics which dominate all kinds of farming would be item management, and as a result 1.5 definitely is a revolution to that part. Hoppers to suck items up and transport them, and really the other ones are nice, like droppers, but I mean the dropper mechanic where you can dispense them into other things. Well, I don't know, that's a dispenser mechanic, never mind. Dispensers. And droppers were also nice, of course, so you could make sure you drop stuff instead of dispensing it with kind of effect.
Yeah, because
But
then first dispenser were just also dropping this stuff on the ground, and now dispenser has more features of it can do light things on fire, and it can do bone meal, and that's when people wanted to just dispense the bone meal or dispense the fire charger. So that's why they made the dropper, and yeah, I think the dropper it's cheaper. You don't need to get a bow, so it's better. Because most of the time, I just want an item on the ground.
yeah. No, like with the thing about farming, how farming changed. The thing is, almost all farms, it's like the farm itself and the storage solution that you have in the end. And of course, 1.5 changed the storage solution completely, but I think most farming principles didn't change all that much since they came out. Like there always were like improvements with the new mechanic, with new blocks or some mechanics. But yeah, like the farming itself is mostly the same, right? Like by now there are way more ways you could farm different mobs, for example. But basically it's not that different from where we started, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Really,
I see what you're saying.
Like, yeah, okay. For example, if you look at Enderman, like when you started Enderman farms, it was you went away from the island and you had a platform for them to spawn on, and then you aggro them by looking at them, and they ran towards you. and there were like setups where they just fall, and you had like a lot of cells, and then I think Panda came up with the fall reset, where we stacked it on top of each other, and had the high efficiency enderman farms, which we basically still use right now. Of course, over the time, the tripwire got introduced, and tripwire edition came out.
Yeah,
and then other people made designs with tripwire.
Back then there was also the old spawning algorithm where you do need air blocks in. You need
Lately it went out, yeah.
And if you don't have the tripwire, you need to use pressure plates, and that reduces the efficiency. And with the tripwire, you can put it at a body or head level, so it's no longer at the feet level. So yeah, it improves it because there are more air blocks around it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, air blocks. Speaking of, I think maybe that's time to mention that this mechanic is changed in 8.1 or no, I think actually 8. Yeah, just 8 in general. That you can now have any kind of non-solid blocks, so also like glass.
Slabs.
Yes, slabs. So, mob farm designs designing mob farms became a whole lot easier as a result, because you can just get 100% efficiency, not too hard.
Relatively easy.
Yeah.
Still place repeaters, and you can still place blocks to put repeaters on.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason you would need like blocks is if you were pointing dust into a block for torch or something, right?
Yeah.
So that's not much of a reason. You can do almost everything without solid blocks, so 100% efficiency farms should be
relatively easy.
Yeah.
I remember before 1.8, for enderman farms, there was something like almost no one ever built, but it's like a really easy starter farm, which I guess it's the equivalent of the endermite farm for now. Was the low LC enderman farm. Have you guys ever built one of these?
No. First ever enderman farm. I have never built an enderman farm.
Every time I would do that, I would just screw up the LC value somehow, somewhere.
The first time that an enderman farm is in the survival world I play on is on here.
Yeah, basically low LC enderman farm was you would go to level 1 and then go out, and then have your spawning pads like below level 15, and then you push them off, or like you walk away, they spawn, and then you damage them with lava, and then you punch them all at once, and have not fall damage, but like lava damage to hurt them, and you have still really good spawning because the LC was so low, but in 1.8 it kind of broke.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And yeah, then with 1.8 the Enderman came, so that's not a Enderman farming possibility now.
Still, even with the good farms you could build with them, I still label the Endermite as the most useless mob in the game.
I think we already discussed Endermites on here.
Yeah,
it
should drop something at least. It should drop another Ender Pearl.
Like that, they also don't drop anything. They should get something. I always thought it was cool because bats have night vision using the ultrasound. So you should get the golden carrots for night vision from them, right?
Or like
just add like bat eyes and make that the ingredient for night vision or something like that.
You could make another potion with like bat wings or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I remember in one of Doc's old videos, he talked about having flight potion. I forget which video it was, but I remember seeing it.
I don't think flight would be a good idea for survival, because that's like the last thing you would need to be in creative, like for high-level technical players or worlds.
Yeah, I see.
There's some mods with jetpacks. Yes, it's easy for building, and if you're just stacking up, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, like also for example, wood farms changed a lot because of the wither. with
Yep.
block breaking.
I can
And
remember that first video from Wither block breaking automatic cobblestone farm, and
yeah,
it
like
was whoa.
a lot of blocks that you before would have to mine by hand, you can now break with withers, which is really cool. And of
now
course
you
the
can
wither
also move
cages.
them.
Yeah, and wither cages are now movable in 1.8. Wither cages themselves changed quite a lot over time. Like in the beginning, what was it, like both before 1.6, in 1.6? I don't know. I remember you could put them in minecarts. Let's just set them in minecarts and do like mining with them or other fun things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after that it came with the wither cages where you like split the aggro of to two entities, and yeah, this was like dense with first wither cage, and all the other ones are based on that. Yeah, we will provide links.
Mm-hmm.
Then they kept changing it with suffocation point and everything else. But yeah, and for tree farms, like I think that was mostly it, I guess. One thing I kind of don't like about 1.8 is like, well, of course it made it more consistent with the LC value, but apart from that, like it screwed all mob farms over, kind of. Like it made everything slower. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have anything to talk about?
I think there's a lot more to different kind of farm, because also it's not only about mob farms but also the wheat farms. In the beginning,
Oh yeah,
I can remember those.
agriculture, of course.
That one video about massive wheat farm, and it's just water flowing down, and just collecting all of that, and then everything replanted, stuff like that.
Yeah, like wheat farms changed a lot. Like back in the day, you had the water thing, the cascading. Then you had nano farms with bone meal and dispensers, and in 1.8 you can farm wheat with villagers, of course.
Mm.
So that's quite nice.
So yeah, you can just, and they also craft it into bread, so you kind of have an auto crafter for bread.
At least. Yeah.
Like I've said before in the previous podcasts, I would love to see an auto crafting block.
I don't think that would be a good idea, because it would like just make most things way too easy.
I disagree. Well, in that case, you could argue that other stuff is way too easy too.
Like if you don't have to craft anymore at all, like I guess it's kind of boring then.
Yeah, you can just stand still in the same spot and then press some buttons. Yeah, make this.
Or you have like an automated system that uses your auto crafting block and redstone and so on, and crafts everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It would be cool to have another thing to automate, but I think it would possibly take away too much, I guess.
It will take too much for sure.
Like one thing with 1.8 is like we got slime blocks, but in mob farming there's not a lot of farms that really benefited from slime blocks so far. Like the best possible design usually doesn't use slime blocks.
Yeah, it's easy for bringing a redstone signal down, in my opinion. It's the only thing
but like
where I
for
really use
farming
for,
itself, like
and for the Moses is. Other than
yeah,
that,
but
I
like
have.
if you think of like a piston pusher mob farm, like that of course got slower with the LC value, but got faster with the air block transparent block efficiency, I guess now. But with slime blocks, there's no mob farm design that's got really faster with slime blocks, apart from the Enderman farm.
Some things are just getting easier because of that. You don't have to make all of those complicated doors. It's same with the redstone block. it makes some redstone doors. It made it easier. And same with slime blocks. You can just move multiple blocks at the same time, and it makes all of this stuff easier, so you can do more advanced things.
Yeah, I guess it makes like for things like we talked about earlier, like the sugarcane farm, it makes it cheaper, I guess, and easier a bit.
Not everyone has a good slime farm, enemy. In the beginning.
Yeah, slime farming. How did slime farming change? Slime farming. Well, if you don't use designs you find on the wiki, then slime farming is actually like good slime farms haven't changed all that much.
If you
like
want basic farms, don't go to the wiki.
Yeah, if you want any good farms, don't look on the wiki for them.
They give not that good examples.
Just for the people who don't know what we are referring to, on the wiki for slime farming, there's this picture for a slime farm, and it's just like a room dug out in a slime chunk, and there's random fire on the floor, and then slimes spawn and walk into the fire and die, and all your drops burn most likely, and then you would go back in there and like collect whatever slime balls are left, but
Yeah, the wiki has good pages like junk format and stuff, which gets updated really quickly, typically, and it's really useful to creative developers.
yeah, but for farming, you're
farms
kind of...
indeed are probably one of the worst parts of the wiki, which are so. I mean, they're written by people who, well, basically just divine. Basically, they probably found their own document for a bit. They're proud, sure, nothing against them, but they are isolated. They don't look up on YouTube. They don't post it on YouTube. They don't check other designs on YouTube, and yeah, that's when I mean. Sometimes they do actually link to like SipCrowd design and stuff, but it's like an alternative design to these three things,
Crappy
which
ones.
don't like. Okay, if you want to go for a cheap design, sure, but then at least have like one, as in the cheapest, most efficient one, without like too much iron or whatever, and then have the SipCrowd stuff, or someone else. But there's no purpose in putting three half-baked designs there. Wait, just because they're cheap, and then one serious? No.
Yeah, I think that's kind of part of the reason why people are often so surprised when they see a SipCrowd or like really technical design and see like people on a server that play legit and have a lot of stuff, because like if they look at the wiki for farms and they see the only crap ones, and then and then they see a good one, and they're way more surprised on how efficient it is and how much drops it makes and so on.
This wiki thing is just giving an example of what you should do, and it's not really giving a good advice of best possible. It's just this is an option.
Yeah, but like it should give not the worst option ever. So, yeah. I think we've bashed enough on the wiki today.
Yeah.
It's
no, wiki ranting over.
Yeah,
today.
wiki rant over. Back to
well,
slime
did
farming.
more rants. Damn it, we can't rant about ranting.
Yeah, use all the rant time for today. Slime farming, like I guess slime farming didn't really change. Like start off slime chunks and people build like floors in slime chunks and let them fall off into water and then in cactus or lava or drowning. And I guess until now that didn't really change. Like there was some changes to the AI in 1.8 that didn't really affect that farm anyway in any way. Better designs don't use drowning or cactuses. They kill them faster by lava and then kill those tiny slimes with fall damage, for example.
The killing with iron golems, I don't see it often, but if some people use it for witch farm and
yeah, killing with iron golems in 1.8 is kind of broken because the iron golems actually get attacked. So if you don't heal them or respawn them with having like a village down there or something.
Yeah, I once tried to kill a wither with 50 iron golems, and it takes pretty long. It's easy to just go to the wither killing spot.
Yeah, or use like strength 2 and kill it by hand. I don't know. Yeah,
or strength 2 at the wither killing spot.
Like in a no, not even a wither killing spot. If you have like a small cave and like strength 2 and a sharpness 5 sword, and just on him, and without him being able to move a lot, you can kill him pretty easy if you not fight.
The Wither
like,
is
in
also
open area.
smite, right?
Yeah, Wither is smite.
Yeah, why would you use sharpness then?
Sharpness is basically for mobs that you also would most likely use a bow for. Creepers, witches.
Yeah, you just said sharpness sword. Oh.
Did I
Never
say sharpness
mind.
sword?
Yes, you said that.
Oh, sorry, I meant smite.
Yeah, you should give good examples.
Sorry. Yeah, like also in 1.8 you can use iron golems to attract the slimes to like get them to move to a killing area faster, but that's
The
basically
slimes
it.
are like zombies and iron golems are like villagers.
Yeah, basically. Only that they don't track from that far away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And they are
I guess
not really good in path finding and like they just jumping.
Well, I guess pigment farming changed a lot, and some zombie AI farming is not really that big, but yeah. I guess pigment farming changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
do shifting floors or like normal pushers.
Shifting floors, it's something it's used so much in efficient farms.
Yeah, shifting floors like got better and better over time. Like by now, the response time is like 1 tick or 2 ticks maybe.
Yeah, it's crazy fast.
Yeah,
and you no longer have to make it.
Efficiency
have to go 15 blocks out for the air block efficiency. You can just make it compact and
helped a lot. I think like what I think is kind of weird. Like sometimes they try to prevent farming, like in a big scale, like when they changed the iron farms, which kind of didn't work out, or when they had the snapshot where they removed the iron drops from lava killing golems and so on. Like they always seem to kind of combat farming, like the big high end big farms. They always want to combat that. But on the other hand, they like give us hoppers and stuff like that, and the better witch farms, the more spawning floors to like
the better witch farms is probably because people were a bit mad.
Yeah, I guess that's like to compensate for LC values, I guess. But yeah, like if they wanted to combat farm like high level farming, why do they give us stuff like that back? Like
don't complain.
They should make up their mind, I guess.
And they should. It's good that they give that.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad they give us a third spawning floor and hoppers and all that stuff.
I don't think we can use it.
Yeah,
we have an old world.
Yeah, we have an old world.
And not an old world, but it's older than
1.7. Yeah.
I see farms have come a long way, and I think in the future they'll go even further. Like eventually, stuff will be added that some people won't like, but some people will. So, yeah.
Like dragon farming, maybe in 1.9, maybe really easy. Maybe you can respawn it in 1.9 even.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Like,
well, at least we can respawn it once from what we got now.
Yeah, maybe Ender might actually does something to the egg.
That and you cannot respawn it. Yeah, if you have a new fight, everyone is playing on an older world, so we cannot do that. So
no, like there was one specific tweet that for people who have killed the dragon already, it will be they have another chance at killing it. Like they will get a new fight as well.
Yeah, otherwise the new fight. Yeah, I cannot do the new fight unless you restart a new world, and I myself don't like restarting a new world.
Once you update and go into the end, you will see that your end has been completely reset. Enjoy the fight.
No, that won't happen.
I know.
I wonder, like with the cages they have around it, will they just spawn that on the existing obsidian pillars and put like new crystals there?
Oh, we have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, I
Just
guess we will
remove all of your crystals out of the way. Yay, a new one. And you,
yeah.
you finally repair those couple of pillars where you lost the crystal.
Yep.
Yeah, I like using ghast for farms also like is a recent quote unquote recent thing. Like last
The
year.
first thing
this
with
year.
gas block breaking, after the wither block breaking, I saw some things about the gas block breaking, but
Yeah, the thing with the gas block breaking is it's not that reliable. Like sometimes it will just blow up your block and not give you the block back because it's
yeah,
the gas ball and not
Yeah,
the
it's
it's
an
not something you
explosion.
want.
Yeah, it's an explosion.
You really want withers because they don't use explosion, they use
and it's like
100%
way
yields.
slower as well.
And also, it does. I mean, you both have randomness on where the block is broken and whether you get an item from it.
Yeah, and also
it's
you
not
need
a
the
very
player
reliable way.
to like have it broken. You cannot
Yeah,
automatically
it's-
by
Wither
It's
is
still
just
Wither.
superior in a
playing
lot
with
of ways.
fire with those withers. If they ever escape, and even though if it's a good gauge, they can still escape and go kill your precious villagers. Yeah, it's still playing with fires. Watch out.
Yeah, like all Wither cages are safe until they break. Not sure when, but when, like, safe till proven otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it will. Not saying it won't happen. It's when it happens.
Yeah. Like, the Wither cage with the exit portal from the end, with the bedrock in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Slipcord had that one in all of 1.7 and in 1.8, and at one point in 1.8 it just broke randomly. Like it didn't happen like after updating, just like a week or two later, it just randomly broke without anyone using the farm or whatever. And then like they're safe till proven otherwise.
It's hard to prove that it cannot break because it's hard to break. That's possible, but it cannot. It's always a slim chance that it can break, and
Yeah, like if the chance of it breaking is like 0.0001%, at some point it will. It just takes longer.
maybe
Yeah.
not if you're lucky, unlucky, and it breaks right away. But
did we miss anything big?
I don't believe so. I think we covered everything I've seen with the topic. I mean, yeah.
What's your opinion about the farms?
I'm not stating mine at the beginning.
Tell it in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking to me.
What is your opinion about XXX? Let us know.
Dark, not everything is
YouTube.com/.
about you. I'm not always talking to you.
Quarry, I don't know what URL's probably something new and
Yeah,
no one will
URL
like
is something
that.
weird.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's
I
something
do
weird,
know
just
that
leave
it
at that.
ends with _kuch.
Just be sure to mail your comments to enemy's address. His address is. Oh, that stupid TeamSpeak lag.
Yeah, just mail it to Germany, somewhere in Germany. it probably will not find
1,
its
2,
way.
3, that one street.
Enemy at
Berlin,
Germany.com.
Yeah.
I'm a Germany, so
Just label it enemy. They will know where to put it.
Yeah, exactly. He gets so much fan mail as it is. The post office just says, "Yep, forward it to this address." It's kind of like Santa Claus.
sure.
Okay, well, I think we're getting about out of time for this week. We're kind of short of people this week. Just for different reasons and different occurrences. People have real life stuff. So yeah.
I think think we talked about all we really wanted to talk about. Like, didn't miss anything big. Or...
Yep, I think that's about it for today.
Alright.
It's time for the outro.
Yay! And I still don't know what the outro is about, so I'm just saying
You can mix it up.
sentence out loud, and I'm making it even longer because it has to be longer, and I think it maybe should just about right length right now, but I'm just making it a bit longer to be sure, and I think that should be alright. So this has been Dark, Niels, Enemy, and me, Wout, and I think we are out. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Is that a good outro?